The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Sunrise podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning and happy Finally Friday. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher as we're getting ready to send you off into the weekend and we're warming up the temperatures. In your 17 Court Watch this morning, a former Bakersfield Police Assistant Chief is facing a sexual harassment lawsuit. Evan Domestahos is being sued by a woman he worked with at Knight's Site Services, a portable toilet provider in Kern County. The lawsuit alleges Domestahos offered the woman a promotion 5 months after she was hired. She says he later began sending her sexually graphic text messages that included photos. The woman says when she rejected Domestahos, she was demoted. Knight's Site Service is also listed as a defendant in the case. A hearing is set in July. We reached out to Domestahos yesterday for comment, but we've not heard back as of news time.
New this morning, a woman accused of animal cruelty could avoid 14 felony charges if she completes a mental health program. Annie Schreiber was arrested last summer after authorities accused her of running an unlicensed boarding and training operation. In all, investigators found 11 dead dogs, along with 29 dogs and 3 cats, suffering from various stages of neglect. A judge accepted the plan for the mental health program yesterday. Schreiber was also ordered not to possess any animals, with the exception of a turtle.
Check this out. That's a truck dragging a 50-foot long power pole in East Bakersfield. Police say the pole was originally sitting in a staging area waiting to be installed, but a worker saw it being stolen. They followed the driver and called police. When officers caught up to the driver, PG&E decided not to press charges, but he was given a citation and his truck was impounded.
The Republican-led House of Representatives passed a bill aimed at banning transgender athletes from playing women's and girls' sports in federally funded schools. House Speaker and Bakersfield Congressman Kevin McCarthy argues the bill, at its core, is about fairness. Here's what he had to say outside the U.S. Capitol.
When I grew up in athletics and I wanted to wrestle, or you wanted to box, it's based on your weight, even though we were both biological. When we went and played football, we had to weigh in every single day. Why? Because they wouldn't have somebody, when we were younger, over 150 compete with somebody that's 100 pounds. Because you know what? Muscle mass made a difference. So we can understand the other person. We can go to dinner with the other person. We can hang out with the other person. But there's a reason why Title IX was created. There's a reason why there's men and women's sports.
The House bill will now head to the Democratic-controlled Senate, where it faces little hope of passage. NBC's Bree Jackson is on Capitol Hill this morning with the very latest.
The debate over transgender athletes playing sports has come to Capitol Hill.
Female athletes who sacrificed so much for their sport are being pushed out of athletics.
Macy Petty, a college volleyball player, joined House Republicans who are pushing to amend Title IX and ban biological males from playing sports designated for women or girls.
It's about fairness.
It is a winning issue across America, standing up for the future of women and girls.
The measure applies to federally funded schools. Democrats criticize the GOP, saying the focus should be on issues like protecting students from gun violence.
This is Republican culture wars going into our classrooms from Washington, D.C.
Similar bills have already passed several Republican-led states. I spoke with Minna Zelch, parent of an 18-year-old transgender softball player.
What concerns do you have seeing your child go through this?
The attacks feel absolutely relentless, and we're all exhausted.
Advocates say federal anti-trans legislation would have a devastating effect on mental health and other areas.
The message it's sending to people that it's okay that these kids are not real humans. They're subhuman is the message that it sends.
Republicans argue their goal is to level the playing field. Democrats say the GOP is targeting an already vulnerable community.
And even if this bill makes it past the Democrat-controlled Senate, which is unlikely, the White House says President Biden will veto it. On Capitol Hill, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Hello, this is Tim Callahan with Clinica Sierra Vista, and we're excited to unveil the Community Health Center of the Future, our comprehensive care center. It's located right across the street from Memorial Hospital. We have every service under one roof, from family medicine, OBGYN care, dental services for adults and children, behavioral health, and much more. So find your way to better care at Clinica Sierra Vista this year at our comprehensive care center. Visit our website, clinicasierravista.org, for the latest on this project. We'll see you soon.
The murder trial of Trezell and Jacqueline West has moved out of the courtroom yet again. The couple is accused of killing their adopted children, Orrin and Orson West, after they were reported missing in December of 2020. In a rare move, the jury was taken outside the courthouse yesterday to locations of interest in Bakersfield. They're also traveling to California City. This is video from the first day in court, as cameras are no longer allowed.
A shooting at a Delano cemetery is under investigation this morning. Delano police say it happened Wednesday afternoon at the North Kern Cemetery on Austin Street. When officers got there, they say they found a man who had been shot. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police say there had been a small funeral service at the cemetery earlier that day, and at some point a fight broke out, and that's when someone in the group fired a gun. Police say they do not currently have any suspects.
Still no word on the identity of the person found dead in a canal in northwest Bakersfield. Crews pulled the body out of the water last Monday near Brimhall Road, and it's still a mystery to investigators how the body got there. Anyone with information in the case is urged to call BPD on their secret witness line.
An 18-year-old is now facing charges for a DUI crash that killed his teenage passenger earlier this year. Prosecutors filed charges against Timothy Leal yesterday. He is facing 7 felonies, including gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated, DUI causing bodily injury, and hit and run resulting in death. Prosecutors say Leal was intoxicated when he ran a stop sign in a stolen car back in February and was hit by another car at the intersection of Irene Street and Alta Vista Drive. His passenger, a 15-year-old boy, died in the crash.
5:36 is your time now. Local veterans from Honor Flight 46 are back in Kern County after taking the trip of a lifetime. The veterans touched down at Meadows Field last night. Man, check out that crowd that was there to welcome them home as they returned from Washington, D.C. When they were there in our nation's capital, they spent a few days touring the memorials built in their honor.
It was unbelievable, and I would recommend any veteran that has not taken the trip definitely do it. They're making improvements, and they're always adding more names and all to the different Vietnam Wall, for example, and there I don't know what to say. It was so fantastic.
A huge cheering crowd gathered at the airport to help welcome the group home. Many sported their red, white, and blue, waved American flags, balloons, and even brought out some homemade signs.
You know, some of the past veterans that have come home from this trip, they say this is their favorite part, is the return home.
I love that.
So, love seeing that.
So sweet.
Meantime, Bakersfield police are investigating after the Kern Veterans Memorial was vandalized and damaged. This is the memorial on Truxtun Avenue and S Street. That's near the Amtrak station. Police say it happened yesterday evening, or a couple days ago. Anyone with information is asked to call BPD at 327-7111.
The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.